You serious?
This is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
And I'm Nick Bright.
Yeah, there are many ways to kill an hour out there. Right now, you are killing one with us.
And remember, right, you can listen to us via the Apple Podcast app for iPhone, iTunes on Apple computers, and via the Acast, right, which works on Android, iPhone, pretty much any phone out there. Does it work on the Google Pixel, though? You know, the new thing.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does.
There you go. Look at that.
The Google Pixel.
And then we'll have to start including that in the intro.
Yeah, it works with the Google Pixel. We need to get our hands on one of those or two of those, really. To have
come on, Google, man. I've seen bare people on the internet fucking at Google HQ messing around with it as well. No, I'm not going to mention no names, but a lot of people that I follow, I'm like, come on, Google, where's the holler?
Yeah, we need to bring in. We need to get Billy to holler at Google for us.
Yeah. Like, you're just putting him out there on the podcast, you know, putting the pressure on him. That's so deep.
Yeah.
Right, let me just shout out a couple of people as well. Hello to Queenie, to DJ King Assassin, Jason Purse as well, BFB Labs, Ira. Shout out Cowsman as well. Yes, Cat.
Oh, Cat.
Yeah, and man like Gully Sing as well, and Bionic Bird as well.
Bionic Bird, we spoke about that a few weeks ago, so shout out to them on the Twitter showing us some love, man.
Yeah, big up Bionic Bird.
Yeah, man. Also, hello, iTunes review from Mark's Day, who said he's been listening / stalking the podcast for quite a while now. How do you stalk a podcast, Mark?
Maybe he's like, you see the window, because obviously people probably can tell that we're using the wonders of technology to record this and we're not actually in the same place, but I know exactly where you're sitting, and maybe he is like outside the window behind you watching you record it.
There is a window right behind where there's two windows actually. I'm looking. There's a couple silhouettes. I don't know. Maybe Mark's out there. But he also said that it's an excellent entertainment podcast packed full of irrelevance with plenty of great relevant tech talk and reviews as well. I'm glad that you respect the irrelevance as well as the relevance. Equal parts.
The thing is, it's like sometimes I think to myself, boy, we are just chatting. No one's going to care about this. But clearly, Mark's Day is the voice of the people. Yeah. And everybody wants to hear the irrelevance.
Yeah, there you go. More shit chat for you on the way, Mark's Day. And if you want to leave a rating and review on iTunes, it helps us to get some more ears, man. So, please do that. We've left the link in the show description. Click it and get busy with it. How you been, though, this week, Nick?
Yeah, man, I've been all right, man. Not too bad. Like, I got back from Amsterdam Friday last week. Went to Amsterdam for a few days, so that was cool. Just chilled. And yeah, since I got back, just again chilling, killing, man.
Yeah, what'd you get up to in Amsterdam though? What sort of Amsterdam experience did you have? Were you red light district in it? Yeah.
Nah, not even. Went with the missus, obviously.
No light district.
We spent. Yeah, well, we didn't go to the red light district. You'll be surprised to hear, but we did. We yeah, exactly. Imagine that, babes. Just going down the red light district. Yeah, you wait here. Yeah. None of that went down, but we stayed in a really nice hotel actually, like on the other side of the canal belt. So it's like the red light. If you're looking at it from like bird's eye view, right? Yeah. Amsterdam and the canal belt. The red light district is to the right of the centre. And we were staying to the left of the centre on one of the canals, like right on the same canal as the Anne Frank Museum, so Anne Frank House. So yeah, it was nice, man.
Yeah, and did you what was the weather like at this time of year? It's November 2016. What's the weather like?
Do you know what? Like, this is the thing. So I've been in Amsterdam before. I went February before. Like, this was like years ago, and it was fucking freezing, bro. It was chapping to be outside, but this was all right, man. Lovely weather. It was about, I don't know, it wasn't sunny or nothing, but it was about 15 degrees. That's 15 degrees C. For any Americans listening, I don't know what the F is. Like, work it out yourself. You got a thing on your phone, innit? I don't understand all those Fs. Speaking of which, when I checked into the hotel, like, you know, like when you check into a posh hotel, you get a guy showing you round and all that, and then takes you to the room and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Like, when we went into the room, he was like, do you want your temperatures? It's my Dutch accent, by the way. He's like, do you want your temperatures in C's or F's? I was like, straight C's, bruv. Them F's, I don't know what you're talking about.
Them Fahrenheits.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, because I reckon the reason people like Fahrenheits, is because it makes it sound hotter than it is all the time. It's like, oh, it's 40 degrees, but 40 is like pretty cold. But like if you say it's 40 degrees to a Brit, we're thinking, fucking hell, mate. God, 40 degrees. What? I'm roasting. Like, but to Americans, 40 degrees is freezing.
Yeah. So it was actually 59 Fahrenheit if it's 15. There you go. Man did the maths for you. I didn't ask Google, I promise.
Yeah, right. I heard you tapping away over there. 59 Fahrenheit. So yeah, it was decent, man. Like I had a wicked time there, man. Have you been to Amsterdam before?
You know, I've not gone to Amsterdam for ages.
You've
Yeah.
When you went, did you see a place called Febo? Febo.
No. Please talk to me about Febo.
It's a food place, right? And it's just got like walls of microwaves, and it's like fast food vending machines. It's mad.
And what sort of shit can you get out of Febo's?
Like you can get like, I don't know, chicken burgers and like shit. It's like just fast food, but it looks crazy when you walk past. Yeah, there's just like loads of different vending machines, like loads of different like, I don't know, microwave things all on top of each other. Like they're really small mini things with like a window in the front, and then you put coins in there and then it just pops open and you just take your chicken burger.
And are there any people in there?
There is a counter, like the one that I went to, there's like a counter where you can get like other shit, like milkshakes and stuff, but like bare people just using the vending machines. And you know why they have this vending machine thing, right? You know why it's so easy to get food? Because when you're in Amsterdam, a lot of people get the munchies, innit?
Ah, right. Yeah. So it's like that 24-hour munchy spot.
Yeah, basically. Aside from going to Febo and staying in a posh hotel, I did do some other touristy shit as well. I took a canal boat tour, which was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, really nice. And then I went to a place called Body World.
Body World.
It's called.
Right.
I think it's called Body World anyway.
Yeah.
What's coming up on Google?
I'm not Googling, I promise. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
it's called Body Worlds in in Amsterdam, yeah.
Body Worlds, right? And it's basically like almost like a museum, but it's got like real body parts, like real brains, like that are preserved, and you go and look at them. It's got real human bodies. There's so much cock and balls there, though, bruv. Like, not even joking.
Like, so they preserve the dick. You see the dicks out as well.
Yeah. Like they have full bodies on display, like without the skin. So like all the muscles, like and everything. It's mad.
Oh shit! There's actually a picture that I've seen on Google where it's just the reproductive organs, and it's
they got all of that.
It's just the wood, but it's weird because it's like the wood it's like they faced it. It's like the guy was on his back, and before they stripped away all of his skin and his body, it's kind of like they gave him like a semi-lob on and then killed him and froze him like that.
But people like donate their bodies to this place. Like you get these people that just want to like be in there. Like the mad thing is, right, you can see what the people look like. Like as in like when you're looking at the like body, you can see their faces and almost tell what they look like. Shit's mad.
Can you touch them?
No. They're in like glass like containers and shit. But one of the mad things was they had like a set of lungs from a non-smoker. And then right next to it, a set of lungs from a smoker, and that shit was mad. That's enough to put anyone off smoking.
What was the physical? Like, could you really tell? You're like, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Like the smoker's lungs were all like black and ashy and like just dirty.
There you go.
It wasn't the one. But one of the things that made me laugh about that place was in the reproductive floor, because it's like 7 floors, and then like different floors for each thing. On the reproductive floor, which you were just looking at with the dick and all that, there was like 2 bodies, like a female body and a male body, that had been like put together in like a sexual position. Like she had her legs wrapped around him and blah blah blah. And I'm thinking to myself, in real life, these fucking people probably didn't even know each other, and now that they're dead, it's like someone has just like fashioned them together as if they're having sex. Shit is mad.
That's a good way to live the afterlife, though. I wouldn't mind if that's the my body was constantly just getting some in. Yeah. For life.
For life. Or for afterlife.
For afterlife. Yeah, fuck to death, mate. Telling you. For real. Oh, yeah, sick. Bodyworks. That looks really cool. Man. Yeah, I think I need...
Body Worlds.
Body Worlds, that's it. I need another trip to Amsterdam to check that out. Mate,
yeah, it's only a 40-minute flight as well, man. It's so quick from the UK.
Yeah, man, yeah. Wicked. What else was that all you got up to out there? Because that's quite a lot anyway, man.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't out there for that long. Like, we were there for kind of 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's pretty much the main bulk of the stuff we got up to, really.
Yeah.
Other than me walking around, watching my girlfriend do shopping. You know what it's like.
What we need some sort of, maybe we can come out with this now. We need some sort of solution to the boredom that men face in these situations, Nick. Because come on, just break it down.
It's mad.
Like, how do you feel when you 10 minutes in and you know it's going to be an epic shot? How does it feel, bro?
I feel quite lucky and quite blessed because actually my other half gets like fatigue. It's really weird. Like, we'll be like walking around the shop and then she'll just be like immediately, like, it's not even gradual.
Yeah. It's
just immediately like, oh, I can't be bothered to walk around anymore. Like, that's it kind of thing. Like, oh, I can't be bothered. Whereas, like, I don't know, ex-girlfriends I've been with, it's like shop till you drop. It's fucking mad.
Mm.
Like, have you seen this? There was a post on Facebook. Like, somebody made like a post of like loads of men sitting outside changing rooms. They took it, like, they made like loads of different pictures, and it's just like bare dudes all sitting outside fucking changing rooms waiting for their missus.
It's a gallery of depressed looking guys, and they're all just doing that thing now where they just look at their phone and they're like, oh.
Yeah, because that's what everyone does now, isn't it? That's what you need to do.
What could you do? What would you do before, like, smartphones, man? When you're in that situation,
boy, just imagine.
Boy.
Like, you'd have to strike up conversation with the other dudes that are sitting there.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, you're right, mate. You too. Yeah, what is it? Shoes, clutch, handbag.
How long you been in? It's almost like a how long you been in for situation.
It's jail time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How long you been in for, bro?
Yeah.
I've been here for 40 minutes.
Yeah. What you in for? Oh, mate, I said I was going to come home before midnight last night and I was out on the piss all night, and she, the only way we can get over this is by me doing some retail therapy. When I say me, I mean her. Oh, that's sick. Well, good that you had a good time in Amsterdam. I need to head over there, man. I want to chill out.
You should, man. You should.
Nice.
It's a really cool city. What you been up to this week anyway? What you been doing?
Quite a few apps I've been playing with, which I spoke about in previous episodes. We've like dropped some little mini episodes this week about those, so I don't really need to go into those too much. But remember, a couple of weeks ago we spoke about Jason Bourne and Jack Bauer and James Bond. And
the
JBs, and we made some comparisons, and I made some pretty solid remarks about saying that James Bond was the best out of all the three JBs. Apparently, so you told me this is a conversation that goes down all the time. And for some reason, I do not know why, I'm watching 24, an old school show that started in like the year 2000, and like the main version of it finished in 2010. I don't know why I found my way to watching it. And I've just finished season 2, and I gotta say to you, Nick, Jack Bauer is the top JB out of all of those guys.
You can't just change your mind.
Nah, I can. I can. Why can't I change my mind?
Because you said James Bond, I said Jason Bourne, and now you're trying to say Jack Bauer.
Yeah, but Nick, Jack Bauer is he's next level. He is a level above the greatness that that Jason Bourne and James Bond are on. I could not, mate. He, I might as well say it's old school. He got tortured. Yeah, he resisted getting tortured so much that he died and then came back. And after dying, when he got resuscitated, he still went and saved the day, bruv. How can you die and then come back and save the day? He died and then came back.
Don't you just think to yourself, this shit's far-fetched, man. This ain't real. Come on, man died and then came back.
Yeah, but it was so good, Nick, though.
Man tried to do a dirty den from EastEnders.
Tried to do a dirty den.
Yeah. Man died and then came back 20 years later and then got caught wanking on a webcam. Believe it.
That's not a good way to go, man. What is it about EastEnders and that catching people doing that?
Didn't they get Fat Boy as well? Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
He was like smoking weed and wanking.
Yeah. Oh man. And then that's
weed
it.
Wank.
Yeah, weed wank. Spliff and a wank. Relax while you hype up. But
a spliff stroke.
Spliff stroke. Smoking a stroke. That's it. But yeah, no.
Joint jerk.
A joint jerk. Hey! So yeah, I got to put Jason Bourne at the top of the list, Nick, man. Like,
Okay.
he's my guy. He got tortured. Like, he got tortured, and they were doing all this sorts of fucked up torture stuff. And if it was me, as soon as I saw like the surgical knife, I'd be like, yeah, right, it was him. He did it there. Here's your information. Kill me now. He was like, no, torture me to the point of death.
I'd be like, before they even fucking get me in the room, I'd be like, well, looks like I'm caught. Anyway, the people you're looking for, I'd be straight in. I'm not getting tortured, bruv. I'm not even getting taken to the room. I'll just be like, here's the people you want.
Killing themselves, man. But yeah, so that's it. I've been watching 24. If you think I'm sad and I should be watching something a lot better, feel free to recommend. Find us on Twitter at How to Kill an Hour, or me, Marcus Bronzy, or your DJ Nick Bright in it. So yeah, let us know, man.
And Nick Bright DJ.
And Nick Bright DJ. Yeah, sorry, Nick. Sorry, bro. So yeah, I've been doing that. Also, I mean, we'll touch on this briefly. I mean, between us talking last and now, there's been a new MacBook that's dropped, and there's been a lot of conversation about it around DJs, because obviously, you know, Nick's a radio presenter. I do some bits and bobs on radio as well here and there. So a lot of radio presenters are DJs as well, and MacBook Pros were the staple laptop for DJs because it had everything you needed. And for creatives as well, really, because it had like USB ports, Ethernet cables on a few versions ago, SD card read, everything. But the new MacBook Pro dropped, and a lot of people weren't happy that were DJs, right? Were you seeing it? Was your timeline popping off?
I've seen a few people talking about it. I didn't read into it too much. I don't even know the full spec, if I'm completely honest, but I guess that it's basically that they've dropped the USB port and they've now got USB-C ports in.
Exactly, yeah. So they've dropped the USB port, USB-C. I mean, the laptop's faster, lighter, brighter, that sort of stuff, but they've got rid of the USB port, and a lot of DJs plug their box in.
Serato.
Yeah, their Serato or their Tractor, whatever program they use, and they plug a box into their laptop, which then plugs into the turntables, and they've got rid of it on this Mac. So you need to use an adapter, which I don't know. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's yeah.
For me, it basically when I'm using Serato, or when I used to use Serato, because I actually made the jump. I don't DJ that much anymore anyway, but when I do, I made the jump to full USB anyway. So like I don't even roll with a laptop to the club anymore. I just take USB sticks. But like when I was DJing, for me, like the more bloody wires and the more different connections you've got from your laptop to the box is just going to cause more of a problem. Like, because there's nothing worse than when you're DJing and because of a loose connection the fucking Serato box just stops, which means the music just stops. Like, and they're creating more chance of that happening with all these different fucking converters and blah blah blah. It's just bullshit.
Exactly. And so there's been all hype about that, and to be fair, like, I'm just like, it's one of those things. We'll just have to get over it. Someone will just have to create an adapter or a lead that has the adapter parts in it. Like, at some point, the technology will get to that. But another thing that's a bit weird, Nick, though, is that the new MacBook Pro has a jack for your headphones. Isn't that a bit odd? Okay. Like, because the new iPhone hasn't. It's got the Lightning connector.
Do you think it's down to the fact that I don't know for a fact here, but like, I'm sure if you were connected via Bluetooth headphones to your iPhone, you couldn't then at the same time connect those same Bluetooth headphones to your laptop.
I don't know. I'd want to. Or maybe that's what they want us to do. Maybe they just want us to use Bluetooth headphones with our laptops now. Maybe that's the thing. It's just interesting that if they had a port at all, why didn't they just have no port? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's mad, like that they've got the jack. Or if they were going to give you an option, they'd be like, "No, we've got the little other things." So
I think that actually, like come to think of it, right? I think the reason that they have the jack on there is because a lot of people use their MacBook Pro to to do things on like big speakers, and the easiest way to do things on big speakers from your MacBook Pro is to have a jack run into a mixer or an amp or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they took that away, they would completely take away the ability for you to play music, or even if you're editing something or whatever, you wouldn't be able to listen on your home setup. And that would be massive, because because the thing is with your iPhone, it's like plugging it into your home setups. Like some people might do it, but I don't think it's like a very common thing. But I think plugging your MacBook Pro into your home setup is a lot more common.
Yeah, indeed. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, I like it. It's faster. I don't know. I might get my hands on it.
I've been using the right in front of me right now. I've been using the new MacBook, not MacBook Pro, the new MacBook, which has one USB-C port and on the other side a headphone jack. That's all it has.
Yeah,
I've been using that for like 5 months, and I'm sweet as a nut, mate. You know what I mean?
Problem.
I'm cool.
Like,
no, I like it. It's really light. It looks good. It's fast. Like nowadays as well, because of the cloud, everyone uploads stuff to the cloud, bro. The cloud's got everything. Like I've got no real reason to plug a USB in, and I've got in fact I'm holding it in my hand right now. I've got a USB stick plugged into a converter. I bought a converter on Amazon, and it's just a little converter that obviously has the USB-C input at one end and then a regular USB opening at the other end, and it just plugs in and works as normal. So everything's cool.
So it's just one of those things that you reckon we'll all get over it eventually. It's just changed
already. It's like the fucking headphone jack argument with the iPhone 7. Everyone was whinging about it. People still aren't that happy about it, but I've got Bluetooth headphones now and I love it. Yeah, I'm cool.
Well, there you go. Nick got the Nick Bright seal of approval there. Anyway, Nick, so that's how I've been killing some time. Just like I said, a few apps over the last few episodes we spoke about, and realizing that Jason Bourne is the guy, as well as the MacBook vibe. Which, by the way, who is it? Who's your guy out of all the three JBs?
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne. Why?
Yeah. Just because he's fucking just badass. Like, have you seen the movies?
I have, but it's like he's a little bit. You wouldn't really want to be him, though, would you? Because he's a little bit. He's struggling.
Well, he doesn't know who he is.
Yeah,
that's one of the good things about it.
Why is that?
Don't even know who he is, and he's just like still badding man up, killing people for what?
I can't see him doing anything after the film's over. I can't see him enjoying himself. Like if I was him, I couldn't be like, yeah, let's go on holiday now and relax. I couldn't see him having a little, a martini.
But that's why he's so badass. Like he's on it 24/7. Like Jack Bauer, my guy's just on it for a couple days. Literally, the program's called 24. Like he's on it for a couple days. Jason Bourne 24/7. He's not going on holiday. He's not like, it's Sunday. The God's day of rest. Feet up. No, bruv.
All right, fair enough. Not even. All right. I'll watch a few more seasons and I'll let you know. Like when I'm into 4 days of Jack Bauer's life.
Yeah,
I'll let
exactly.
You know.
4 days. Fucking Jack Bauer. He's fucking dining out on a week's worth of action. This guy.
Bruv, he's a don. Anyway,
only for a week.
Yeah. Only for a week. We went out. I just clocked that. There's 10 seasons, so we only see 10 days of his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy. So yeah, Nick, we went out and killed some time doing another immersive activity this week, didn't we, mate?
Yeah, really good, man. We done something called Breakout London, Mission Breakout London, which was really cool. It's basically what it says on the tin, innit? An escape room.
Yeah. We headed down to Kentish Town.
Yeah. So it's a disused tube station. So there's quite a few of these dotted around London, actually. I think there's one, the most famous one that gets used for loads of films and stuff is like under Aldwych. Like there used to be a tube station at Aldwych, and like if you watch any films, I think one of the Fast and Furious movies, the one that's set in London, there's a scene on the London Underground that's set down there. But yeah, this one's in Kentish Town. It used to be called Kentish Town South or South Kentish Town. Can't remember where the south is, but it was definitely the southern part of Kentish Town, which now is aptly been turned into a cash converters, which for Americans listening is a chain of pawn shops.
Yeah, and not porn as in, wait, 1 second, it's PAWN. Yeah.
Pawn is in that you can sell them your shit.
Yeah. I like to have a little look in the window of those places sometimes. I never buy, but it's always interesting to see what people
have some decent like DJ gear in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always feel like it's been nicked though when I look in those places.
Do you really care?
Nah, but I just feel like, is this just a shop full of stolen stuff? Like, is this where people, when you nick stuff?
Listen, mate, if I'm getting a steal on the price, I don't care.
Still, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we're in South Kentish Town, Mission Breakout, London. This disused tube station, which still looked a lot like a tube station, right?
Yeah. You don't realise it, like when you're walking past it or you see it, you don't think.
Yeah.
You just think, oh, it's just a fucking shop or whatever. But actually, when you know when someone says, oh, that used to be a tube station, it makes sense because the tiling and everything totally still looks like an underground station. So
yeah,
it's really cool. They've kept all that magic.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. It looks really, really good, man. It's like really an immersive experience. And the theme behind this one is World War II, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's World War II theme, and it kind of makes sense because when you think about the role that the tube played during the war, it was used as like bomb shelters and stuff like that for when the air raid sirens went off. Yep. People had to duck into tube stations to keep safe. So yeah, that kind of fits in nicely with that. Yeah, man, and it was an experience which is like minimum of 3 people, maximum of 6. We had a team of 4. Nick brought your mate along, who was he was was it Dan? That was his name. Yeah. So Dan came along. He came in, and I was like, just from his demeanor, I was like, I reckon Dan could be an asset to our team. You know. He just took it serious. He took it serious from moment one, which was good. Because you don't want dead people in your team. Nah, you want people that are going to get involved. So they threw us into this scenario. So we sat down, we had our little briefing, which, to be fair, it was one of the briefings that was just easy, isn't it? Some of the briefings that we've had before are a bit long. It was just simple, like, this, that, don't pull stuff and break it and pull it off the wall if it doesn't work. Yeah. You don't have to punch anything up. They kind of They said you don't really need to use your strength for anything. So don't start ripping stuff off the wall, trying to Hulk smash through like doors and that. Yeah. So we listened and got ready, and then basically a gentleman comes in who's dressed appropriately for the year that this is set in. Which is it 1940? It was set in. I think it was 1940 or 41. I don't know. You're testing me, mate. History, I dropped that at school. It was set during the Second World War. Oh, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, Second World War. And we pretty much got put in a scenario where we were all secret agents and we had to crack the Enigma code, but we had to crack a few codes to get to that point. So, it was, in terms of the run-up when we got in there, it's pretty simple. In terms of the way it looked, I've got to say, Nick, like, out of all the experiences, it wasn't overdressed and crazy, but they didn't need to because it was set back in the day, and we were in an environment that felt like we were really in a shelter anyway, right? Yeah. Like it was dark and dingy, and like it really felt like it because like I said, it was a disused tube station, and you're below ground anyway. Natural light is pretty much non-existent. Yeah. So like, to theme it, they've done really well to kind of, because the guy actually was telling us that like when they moved in there, like it was something else when they moved in there. So they had to bring it back to looking like a tube station inside, and I think they've done that really, really well. Yeah, it was a gay sauna, wasn't it? You said it was a gay sauna. Yeah. Where I think everyone, when they say it's a sauna, don't people just go there to bang? If it's a public sauna that is open 24 hours a day, underground, whatever it is, you go there to bang, innit? So people went in there and bang. Oh, can you imagine the sort of stuff that he might have found that fell between the cracks of the wood in that sauna? Like what? What are you talking about, Marcus? I don't know, like disused condoms, friggin' bits of body parts. I don't know, mate. Bits of body parts. What kind of sauna is this? I was freaky sauna. No, not bits of body. I mean like sauce, people's body sauce, dry body sauce on the floor. Right. Okay. Yeah. Special sauce, like cum crust on the floor. DNA, boy. If you put what's it called, a blue light in that room, boy, the whole place would light up. You'd be looking for dark spots. Don't. Bare pubes everywhere. Bare. So he really made it look realistic. We got in there, got involved. In terms of story, me and Nick aren't going to spoil it for you. We kind of told you about it, but in terms of difficulty, I think it was hard, but it was a good kind of hard. Really, really hard. Like that there was one point again, without spoiling anything for anyone, because I hate people that do spoilers and all that. But like, there was one point where all of us just kind of went, "Shit, this is really hard." This was early on as well. This was, I don't know if you remember the point that I was thinking about. We all just kind of took a step back and went, what now? The good thing is, if you are really, really struggling, you do get a few clues along the way. Like, it's not like they just kind of leave you and they're like, best of luck. Like, if you're struggling loads, you'll get a bit of a clue.
Yeah. It was good. I really enjoyed it. And I think 4 people was the perfect number of people to have. I think 3, they say a minimum of 3 is cool, but I reckon roll with 4, man, because we were all doing stuff at the same time. We had to work together at the same time as well, man, and communicate.
There is one point, though, that I will say where, like, lots of voices are not a good thing. Like, there's one point where it's like everyone just needs to shut up apart from maybe one person.
Yeah, that was a bit that you undertook, Nick. Oh, mate, I'm so glad that you did that bit, because that part...
Well, the thing is, we worked as a team because, like, again, I'm not going to say exactly what we were doing, but like, I was doing something, but I was just keeping silent whilst I was doing it, and then you was shouting stuff out while I was doing it. Because if I was like doing it and talking, I would have definitely fucked it up.
Yeah, it was good, man. I actually felt like we actually, and they put pressure on us as well. Like the soundtrack as well changed at some points as well, and they were like, "We need to get out of," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah. Like, when we were getting close to the end, basically,
very intense.
Something happened, and it was just like,
Yeah. But teamwork made the dream work, and we got out of there in a good, healthy time. Was it like 45 minutes? I think.
Yeah, we got out in 45, so we had about 15 minutes left. It was around 45.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we are becoming dons at this, so you know what I mean.
We're not bad. We're not bad. Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit sloppy in places, you know, a little bit disappointing, but. You know, next time we do an experience, we'll have to tighten up on those sloppy areas.
Trust me, and there's a lot of sloppy areas in there probably before he turned it into that experience. But yeah, it was wicked, man, and we even got a little picture at the end which you'll put up on the blog, howtokillanhour.com/blog. Yeah, man, that was Mission Breakout. Check it out. I think it's like 20 quid a head. Start from that. It's in northwest London, like we say, Kentish Town. Check it out, man. And I enjoyed it. And in terms of how these experiences go, I always try to find out something that makes it stand out and different from the rest. And for me, it was the physical feeling of being underground and hearing like, I don't know, you kind of just hear little noises and stuff like that, because it is still an active part of London with other stuff going on around it. So it felt very real, and it's very claustrophobic as well. Yeah,
but it still smelt like the Tube as well. It smelt like a tube station when you was down there, and you could, like, the although it's a disused station, the trains actually still, the platforms have all been demolished, but the train still runs past it.
Yeah,
the Northern Line. So like, you can, every now and then you hear a train go past and like shit like that. So yeah, it's cool. So very, very cool venue.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and that was that, man. I enjoyed it. So yeah, that was Mission Breakout, man. That was how I've been killing some time this week. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
And I've been Nick Bright.
What's your Twitter, Nick?
It's at Nick Bright DJ. I'm that on everything.
And everything. I'm at Marcus Bronzy, or you can follow How to Kill an Hour at How to Kill an Hour. Plenty of ways to kill an hour out there. Thank you for killing one with moi. And you.
Safe.